welcome back, everybody! I just had to talk to this guy twice.
Mm-hmm.
I ended the episode, and then I talked to him again just to see, and voila. He speaked. So we're gonna go back, get that little eggie, and get that egg, and it's gonna be great. Are you not talking because I'm pushing you out of the microphone's way?
No, I just have nothing to add.
Because I'm literally taking over...
You're doing the intro. It's like if you were a weather person... saying like you're doing your sign-in thing. It's like I don't have anything to add during that portion.
I assumed that you weren't talking because I am literally like I am pushing shades farther and farther. Every time we record, I push them farther and farther away from the microphone.
I have nothing to add. That's all.
Well, why not? Okay, so
you have a set sign-in thing and you have a set sign-off.
Yeah, but...
So, I don't really want to interrupt during that.
But you're involved.
Otherwise, I'm just going to be like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
There he is. There's that little mother father. Ooh, I'm going to get you. Ooh. Ooh. Up. Up. Ooh, you almost had me. You almost had me, but I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
That's such a dick.
There it is. Yeah. Okay, and that wasn't all we missed. I also forgot to go back and, like, after I got the key, I forgot to go back and, do things.
Okay, so we're just gonna do this real quick.
Yeah.
Arabia's just gonna do it real quick. If it were me playing, it would take a painfully long time.
If it were you playing, I don't think you'd remember to come back here.
No, I would, because it bothered the shit out of me. I wouldn't leave until
Then why didn't you remind me?
Because I'm not playing.
You're like, I don't really care.
I don't leave an area.
Is that how this friendship is?
I don't leave an area unless everything's 100%.
Well, it doesn't...
Like, when I play a Final... Have I talked about that before?
I don't think so.
I remember. I'm getting, like, more and more forgetful.
It's okay if you repeat yourself.
It's one of those things where, like, when I play Final Fantasy games...
Wait, did I come back here?
I guess you did.
Crap, I guess I did. Wait. Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah.
It was just that. Cool.
So when I play Final Fantasy games, or any game where you have to, like, level up like that, I'm always, like, 10, 15 levels above where you need to be, because I over-prepare for shit.
You're that guy that got to level 100 on a live stream on Destiny Island?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
No, there was a guy who live streamed. Did you hear?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date with, like, other channels as much.
I mean, he must have been hitting walkaballs left and right, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently on a live stream, I don't know how long it took him, but on a live stream...
Probably a painfully long time.
It had to be at least a week of non-stop live streaming. Oh my god.
I wouldn't... Yeah, I don't watch live streams. I just have a hard time sitting
Well, I'd watch them. It's just they're usually at a time I don't care for. And then they're usually 3 hours long, because that's the reason they're live streaming.
I mean, they're kind of like a friend who comes over at your house, or like you're trying to take a nap, or you're trying to cook dinner or something, and they're like, hey, you want to hang out? And you're like, yeah, any other time but now. Yeah. That's kind of what live streams are with me. It's just poor timing. You know, it's like, I want to pay attention to them, but at the same time, I need to be doing something else. I can't sit that long and just watch somebody else.
That's why I really appreciate it when people do live streams and they record them, and they'll put them out later.
Yeah.
I love that.
I gotta be able to, like, pause it and come back to it. You know, I think that's maybe what we'll do. I like the design of those things.
Whoop! Oh, he got me.
He got you.
He got me.
Spyros were like, yeah, you got me this time. That's okay. I'll get you the next time.
I'll get you next time.
I'll get you. You know, it's all cool.
Oh, Peter Pan this. Yeah, you get me once, I get you once.
Yeah.
I only just remembered that scene of, like, where they have the engines.
Oh, that is so bad when you watch that now. Oh my god.
Yeah. But they're like, yeah, this time you win, next time we win, or whatever.
It's just... Let's just say it didn't age well.
Anything that has Indians in it didn't age well.
Yeah, anything that portrays...
Except for the Indian in the cupboard. I like that.
Well, anything that portrays, like, you know, things in a... Like, not things, but, like, you know... When you...
Social commentary of that time.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god... Really? That was acceptable? Wow, holy shit.
It's like watching Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry beats the shit out of Tom, and Tom beats the shit out of Jerry.
It really is amazing that, like, all of us aren't, like, you know...
We don't all have problems?
No, that we don't, like, inherently see people... Unless you are a racist, right? We don't inherit... Like, you and I grew up with a lot of things that were kind of questionable in that regard, right? But we're not racist.
Yeah.
We may say insensitive things from time to time, but that's just kind of ignorance, and we don't mean it.
We're more happy to, like,
But it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, like, we'll
right?
accept
like,
that we did something wrong, as opposed to just
But it's not actively, like, hating or disparaging other ethnicities or religions or races or anything like that.
Did you see that platform save my life?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just kind of a weird thing, right? So you'd think if media had that much of an influence, we'd all be fucking racist and, like, gun-toting lunatics, right?
Yeah. But it doesn't, turns out. Has a lot more to do with, like...
A lot of other things.
Human interactions.
It has to deal with a number of things, but... Not to, like, stay on the subject too long, but it's just a weird thing when you look back and you're like, wow, that's really racist. That cartoon's racist, right?
Yeah.
And not, like... Not racist in the sense of it can be interpreted as racist. It's like, no, that's just flat out fucking racist.
It's straight up, like,
that's just like, no, these people are not equal to us kind of racism. We're like, wow.
It's like some of those old Disney cartoons.
Shit. Yeah, that's a whole... That requires a live stream to talk about.
Oh my god, yes.
Holy shit.
Like, just for...
It's like...
Just for a little, just for a short little idea of what we're talking about. Ups.
Oh, nobody saw that. It's all good.
That he's racist to dragons.
He is.
No, but he a little short idea of what we're kind of hinting at is there's a lot of, like, one of those is Warner Brothers, right?
Especially during wartime, they had a lot of those.
They had a lot of, like, racist or very heavy war.
It was, the idea was at the end they'd always say, because the cartoons, when these Warner Brothers or Disney cartoons were out, kind of like you see it in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, they used to be played at the beginning of movies, right?
Yeah.
So, because, you know, you couldn't watch them like we do now, you watched them as they came out. It took months to create.
That coloring is fucking dope. Go on.
He is fabulous.
He is fabulous.
It took months to create those cartoons, right? So they didn't come out very often. So when you saw them, and if it were during the World War II era, a lot of times they'd be specialized to support our troops, you know, and they'd say, hey, you know, if you want to make this happen, then just buy our war bonds, you know, step outside the theater and, you know, purchase, you know, 25 cents worth of victory bonds and support our troops, and, you know. And it was one of those things where it wasn't like, some of those cartoons aren't, like, I get it, support our troops, make it really black and white, here's the enemy, we're the good guys. But you watch them now, and it's like, I don't know if that was a good way to go about it.
Yeah. But you know what I loved, though? That a lot of those, ads were very, you know, it was very clear, like, you will be rewarded with this, this, and this.
Yeah.
You know, you will be set for life. You will have
They simplified it, right?
Well, no, but it was, you will have paid schooling, and you will make this much money in a year, and you'll be fine for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow, that didn't work that way at all. So many of those people, those kids even, who signed up because of those ads.
Oh, the recruitment cartoons.
Cartoons.
They got fucked.
They did not get what was promised to them anymore. Like, at the time, maybe. I can't say for sure, because what's written, you know, what's documented and what's true could be two different things. But they don't get it anymore. And it's like, wow.
We'd have to really...
We'd have to look into it more, but...
We'd have to really research it. We'd have to go to like, a college and, you know, or a museum and really... That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of research we'd have to do.
But it's definitely skewed at this, like, now.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And there's a lot of things that were not grandfathered in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So watching those, it really, like, blew my mind. Like, yeah, if I was old enough when if I was born and old enough when those cartoons came out, yeah, those are, like, I would love to join the army, like, I'd be set for life. Now it's like, well, I don't know, there's a lot of vets that...
Well, that, and you have to agree with what you're fighting for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, there's like, the idea of, like, well... If you, oh, damn it, these are so hard to get on. These are so hard to get on.
Nobody saw it, it's all good.
Everybody saw it. You're right, no one saw it, no one watches us. To be able to be set for life is a huge, you know, thing. And then but to see now, it's like, you see veterans who aren't set for life. You see people who fought in a war that don't have everything they need. Regardless of the reason, they don't. And it's like, wow, if I was of age to join because of an ad on a cartoon, I would be very upset right now.
I'd be upset for a lot of reasons.
Like, not getting what was promised, or you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Yeah, oof. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, we're inching further and further into politics, which, you know, we're going to avoid, but... It just comes down to, I guess, what influences you. I guess that's the general frame that we're talking under, is what influences you. Like, when you watch cartoons, Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, right? It's not like you ended up, you know, becoming violent like that. I think you'd have to be violent anyway. You'd have to have some of that shit in you anyway in order to do, and God knows a cartoon isn't going to influence you to do that.
Oh,
otherwise... Yeah. We'd all be fucked up like that.
We'd all be trying to kill mice with a shotgun.
Yeah. You know, but...
Or
it does...
Get firecrackers.
But meanwhile, like, I was talking to my dad about this, but then, you know...
This is going to be a longer episode?
I think we have time.
We have a little time.
We have a little time.
Go on.
But then at the same time, you have... this is a weird note to end on, also.
Mm.
You have things that can influence you potentially in good ways. If it can influence you in good ways, then it must be able to influence you in bad ways, right? Influence, maybe not the right word. Maybe it can affect you, right?
Oops.
Which, you know, they're kind of synonymous, right? But it's like, it can affect you. It can cause a reaction, right? So there are a lot of cartoons out now that are so well done, and they talk about social commentary, and they talk about so many different hot topics now.
Steven Universe, Clarence.
Yeah, Gumball.
Gumball.
You know, Hey Arnold back in the day and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And not all that the show, but, you know, shows like that. And
As Told by Ginger. Remember that one?
No, I don't. We'll talk about that one later, because you have to fill me in with that. But these shows are able to address things to children that are very serious, but they relate to. There was that Steven Universe song called... was it Take a Moment?
Yeah.
Right? And in the comments, there was like somebody who says like, oh, I'm 14 or something like that, very young, and said, hey, this song saved me from killing myself. I'm like, whoa. Wow. You read that and you're like, well, first of all, your heart kind of breaks for the kid, right?
Yeah.
That they're in a situation where they feel that that's, you know, an option that they want to take, and it's like, wow, I'm really... That sucks, man.
But, like, cartoons today are definitely taking a turn with that.
Yeah, I'm glad that, you know, this person didn't kill themselves, you know. Maybe they can... I don't know. I don't want to judge one way or the other, but it's...
The idea is that cartoons are...
They do have an effect on you.
Yeah.
Just like video games. Like, video games, like, when... Like, if you got in a fight with your parents or something like that, or...
Don't play a video game, take off some
Or your
steam.
siblings, or whoever, you had a bad day at school, what do? Chances are... If you're watching a Let's Play, chances are you played video games as a kid. That was part of your escape, right?
Yeah. You know,
and
but...
It influences you in the sense that it causes a reaction. It brings you down. Or it lifts you up in a certain way.
Yeah. But the cartoons definitely nowadays, instead of just talking about it and kind of having a laugh with it, they
make you think.
They make you think. They make you realize you're not the only one. And... Yeah. it puts you in a new place.
And they're able to do it in a way that believe it or not is kid friendly, because kids are smarter than you ever.
Oh my god, yes. Kids are really, like, people are like, oh no, my kid doesn't know anything about that. It's like, yes, they do. And especially with the internet, they absolutely do. Yeah. So, we're gonna hang on this note. We're gonna see you all next time.
Indeed we will, and we shall continue this conversation because it's a lot of fun for me. If you want to continue it, Ruby.
No, that's fine, that's fine.
So anyways, watch more cartoons.
Watch more cartoons. Legit.
Play more games. Be happy. Find happiness, I guess. Pursue happiness.
Alright, we'll see you all next time.
Yep.